Thank you. Yeah. So just tell me this thing. Anyone, please go with the answers. How to interact with AWS. How are you interacting with AWS currently? Yeah, AWS console. Awesome. Like any other ones, are there any other options as well?
Would
CL,
can log in through CLI as well as API.
Yeah, AWS CLI or one more is the yeah, yeah. There is a putty not for AWS. Internally, we are interacting with AWS, but there is a kind of SSH. This putty you can use for on-premises everywhere, not only for cloud. This is not okay. So here, when you are connecting with AWS console, right? What are the credentials you are giving in the console?
Either as root user or
Yeah, root user or
IAMS.
and then you are giving the pass. These two things you are giving. So here, but here username password won't work here. There will be specific some access seeking. Yeah, not our private key and all. These are separate. We will generate and then we will use this. But just be aware that here the credentials won't work. Here this will be working. So you can say that these are, if you go longer run, they'll say that API key is something. They'll say that API token, blah, blah, something. So right now, till now, we were using here. Once you little now, we are mature now compared to the previously. We will be going towards this thing. So in this week, wherever the some use case comes, I'll enter on this area as well. Okay, along with this tool. Now, for this, we were using the tool called browser. Browser we were using. Uh, from browser we were logging. Here we will use some in your lab CLI tools like either Git Bash or the CMD, the command line tool that we will use. That is now. So my application is throwing like kind of 500 series errors, like 503 bad gateway, 502 or whatever something, 500 series errors. I wanted to count how many came like last 3 days or last week, 1 day, or currently something. Which service I can use for this? I wanted to observe 500 are coming or not something in cloud. Yeah, which service? Where I can monitor 500 exciters are coming something.
Grafana Prometheus.
Sorry?
Grafana Prometheus
Yeah.
for monitoring.
Yeah, one is the Grafana and then the Prometheus thing. Yeah, one more. One more way it is. Nagios.
CloudWatch, Log.
Whatever Nagios and all, those are out of the cloud. I was targeting mainly on the services AWS one. Yeah, this is the guy. By default, CloudWatch will get it. If you use it, no, CloudTrail, you can't get this.
Yeah,
You
that
can't.
stands.
In the CloudTrail, not for this purpose, our these kind of activity, CloudTrail you can monitor. CloudTrail, you cannot see that. My lookup answer was the CloudWatch. Here you can see that. Okay. Same.
CloudTrail.
Not no CloudTrail is not for monitoring. CloudTrail is
User logs.
Yeah, I wanted to monitor the CPU memory usage of sorry, memory usage of EC2.
Disk space.
Yeah, I wanted to monitor disk usage, all those
Yeah.
things. Where do you like in which service I need you? But this answer is the same. Which
In the monitoring option of AC2, sir.
Yeah, what is that service behind? Yeah, CloudWatch. The thumb rule is no memory monitoring because it is the one of the interview question. You can't monitor the memory by default. No, you need to install one kind of agents called agent. Then you can monitor it. Default, you can monitor CPU status check something and disk. Yeah, exactly. Network as well. In disk also not the disk usage, some kind of IOPS related and all you can monitor. IOPS, I would say that. IOPS you can monitor. Network is like in out some monitor. Yeah, how much in, how much out. Cool. So yeah, exactly the further CloudWatch is monitoring. You know, in CloudWatch, two types of monitoring is the right one. Can you anyone? No, no, not the status checks. I mean, in CloudWatch for EC2, there will be two types of monitoring will be there. Detailed monitoring, basic monitoring. Detailed is every 1 minute it will collect. Basic is for every 5 minutes. So by default, basic is enabled. That is like free of cost, you can say. And then the detailed one is heavily costed. Not, I mean, not heavily costed, little they'll cost for that compared to the thing. So you should know that two types of monitoring, basic and detailed. Detail is for every 1 minute. Now, I'm installing Apache, for example. Apache or any other application or any software or any package or any like binaries, for example. I'm installing. Yeah,
EBS.
I'm installing. I'm installing TCP binaries. Yeah. Okay, let's go. So let's say, for example, when I'm creating EC2, I created EC2, I have installed Apache. Is there anywhere up S3 came here? No, behind where is your storage now? Which storage is being used currently for this?
EBS.
Yeah, is the EBS currently. So whatever you are installing the softwares right on top of EC2, behind they are installing on top of EBS storage. Okay. So now if I want to store some content, then behind I don't want to store on EBS, then I'll as a design that is there I'll prefer the S3. For now, whatever the softwares you are installing, all are going OS, everything are storing behind is in the EBS. The service right now is being used is the EBS, Elastic Blast Storage. So that is the one. So I'm trying to access from EC2 to there is service called SQS or the S3 something. These are also AWS services, right? AWS services. EC2 to SQS, I'm accessing it. So application is trying to download some files from here and then it is getting an error, permission denied error. What could be the problem?
Role.
IAM role.
Yeah, IAM role and you need one more, no? IAM role is not enough. Inside IAM role you need, right?
Policies.
Yeah, very important.
Set the policy.
So for this role, what policies do you assign? Either SQS or S3.
S3.
Don't give all of them. Don't give all of them. One day security team will come and then they'll ask you, why do you did you? Whatever needed for application, we will bound to that. What kind of policy for that thing? I don't want to assign like managed or the custom. I want to assign inside entity.
Inline policy.
Yeah, yeah. Inline policy. This is the one. Uh, my application is my application is running. Is application is connected with the ALB and EC2. Can you guys tell me end user flow? End user flow. How end user is coming? He'll come with the something domain, blah blah something, right? Can you guys? DNS, it will go to the ALB. In the ALB endpoint, you will have a section called listener. In the listener, you will have it. It will go to the
Target group.
yeah. Obviously, here a security group will be there, and then target group it will go to the EC2. EC2 will have again the security group. Here the ports will be what status listening. Port will be assigned to the application will be running. Here you will have some kind of content which called the logic. You can say that application logic index.html something that is. So you know this kind of keywords, right? Yeah. Can you guys help me here? VPC components, any VPC components?
Subnets.
Subnet.
Internet gateway.
First is the VPC.
CADR.
Yeah.
Subnet. Public subnet.
Divides into
Public to private.
Data. Data.
Yeah. These two will come under obviously you
private.
could call them as the private.
Internet gateway,
Internet gate
NAT gateway,
Okay. Route table.
tables.
route table.
Yeah, route tables.
Load balancer.
Yeah. Those are all for application point of view. Those are all load balancers and not the. I mean, they are VPC components, but I'm telling it for now. When you're creating a VPC, what are the things? Basic things. These are the ones. Good. So IGW is within VPC service or it's a regional service something. IGW
Regional service.
regional. We will attach to the component called
EPC.
APC.
So that is a very important. And NAT gateway in which subnet we create?
Private subnet.
Private.
Access to the public.
No,
We
not
need
at all. I'm saying in which subnet do we create?
Public.
Public subnet.
Public
Public
subnet.
But it will be used by these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if any one of these, like if you corrupt somewhere in route table, if you are make some mistake in the route table, right? If you don't have IGW and all, we cannot connect to the any component here. All will get blocked. So first layer was if you create a security group, important is the VPC. And then if you create the load balancer also, you need a subnets within which is called VPC internally, they'll all will be using it. Yeah. Good. So as an admin,
So what about security group?
yeah, security group will be there. That is the I'm telling on the high level layer. If you go more deep inside the VPC, yes, security group will be there, load balancer will be there, EC2 will be there, all those components. Yeah, this is for me high level view. Yeah, good. So as an admin, I'm connecting to private EC2. I mean to say private subnet. How do I connect? What components I need?
We need, first of all, we need to connect to IGW.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, IGW.
And then from IGW to the respective
Yeah,
sub-
that is correct.
Yes.
That is correct, but I'm expecting one more answer.
admin means through SSH.
Yeah, SSH true. You cannot connect to this mission right directly.
No, Bastion.
That's in one more option is the we are logging via the console itself, right? One more option. You can go with the SSM or one more is the Bastion. So first we will jump to the bastion. Then I will within cloud, the IP addresses will work is the private IP addresses will work. Yes, we don't need to explicitly mention IZW. No need to explicitly mention the NAT gateway. No need to that. When you are connecting, let's say for example, you are going from one town to another town, right? By default, obviously we will go via one town, right, in between, for example. So when you are connected to the public bastion, obviously we will be going via VPC, via IGW. This is one. If someone explicitly asks you, right, how the packet is going, when they say the packet, then bring these keywords, the IGW. So otherwise, by default, if you are connecting to the VPC, you will be going via IGW. That is true. If you delete the IGW in somewhere, you cannot connect to this guy. Yeah. So don't mention until they ask explicitly the more details. So my objective this week is little on this layer. Till now we were on these applications, right? Static based applications. We'll be going towards these applications. Dynamic. Here, static applications, you know what languages we were working till now?
HTML,
HTML, and then something
PHP,
JavaScript.
Yes.
No, what we were doing is the HTML, CSS, this thing. You can think those whatever you download, right?
AngularJS.
AngularJS or these guys, we were downloading this guys.
Equal.
All we were running on top of this guy, on top of Apache. Or one more is the consider engineering. Either these two, they'll use it. Either one of them, they'll use. Okay, now in the interviews, right? Nowadays interviews, they'll give a task. They'll send you one kind of document. You have to set up everything ready. One day they'll ask you for interview. Like they'll give 2 days or 1 day time. You have to be ready with this VPC setup. You have to set up application, and then you have to present them. I've seen this case. They're asking nowadays this kind of applications as well, dynamic applications. So I'll say that either PHP. In my case, right? I'll show the PHP application as well. One ready-made in the internet. We don't do anything from scratch code. Somewhere like basic you need understanding where the database kind of defines. We don't do coding here, the PHP related under, but I'll take internet available code. I'll modify that code that we need as an admin kind of basic skill set. You can take Python, the Java. Yeah, these three I'll take in my session. These three I'll take. But in the market, there are the .NET, there are the Go language. There are many other languages are there. But what they expect you, they'll give any one of this example. I have seen it. These three I have seen it, majority cases. Majority, this Java, they'll give it. Okay. So here, we took one server, two servers only here, an example. But here, for a PHP, the majority guy is the Apache they'll use. I see. But there is one more, there are other servers also are there. But in my case, right, in our use case, we'll use PHP with Apache combination. Under Python, there are default servers are there, no Apache. We will use other servers for Python. Java separate servers are there in the market. We'll go through them. One of them I'll take an example. I mean to say, we are familiarized here. We will be going towards this guy in this week. That is the one, my objective. Connecting some kind of components, storing the data somewhere in the database center. That is one. And then in the VPC itself, there are the interview point of view, they'll ask you a very important topic. Where we were restricting the EC2, for EC2, where we were restricting one component, right? Specific, I'm getting timeout and error, and then I'm allowing something, right? Where we were restricting that thing? In EC2.
Security group.
Security group, right? In VPC, I want to restrict from one subnet to one subnet to another subnet. There is a guy, one of the famous interview questions they'll ask it. One of the guy called NACL. I'll be touching this as well. Network ACL. Network access control list will be saying. This is the one. And connecting from one VPC to another VPC, which is called VPC peering. This I'll show with the demo. We will going through this, and one of the like nowadays some projects, right? If whatever the project you join, it will be purely on the cloud, or there are some projects before the cloud. What was the component they were using to run the applications? What was the component?
On-prem.
Yeah, on one data center, on-prem, right? So there are some projects you can see this. Still, they'll be running some applications on premises. They'll be running some workloads on the air, which is called cloud, for example, on-premises to cloud. So on-premises to cloud in the sense they'll be connecting from here to here, where to where? On-premises to cloud VPC. There is a concept called VPN. This we cannot do exactly the lab, but I'll say that some components we will be showing, because my hardware has to support, the router has to support this connectivity. There is some issues with that, but I'll show the some kind of till whatever we can do that I can show that. But exactly hands-on bit difficult for me to show, because in on-premises they'll use the some kind of hardware which will support to the cloud, but our router will not support. But I'll go through that some component whatever interview required. So this we will be going, and then some kind of logging as well. That is called a VPC flow logs. This will be going. This is what my objective for this week. We'll be going through this. Okay, cool. So I'll be covering it. When I'm using this concept, right? One of these concept I'll use behind, so that you will get an exactly context as well. Okay? So let me go here. Can you give me an example for this?
And
Client, you
Server.
can say the server. Client can be like, no need to be the application only. Like you can say that you are the admin. Which server you are connecting when you are SSH? Which server you are interacting internally?
Bastion.
Yeah, SSH you are doing, and then you are connected to the Bastion. Let me put it like this: EC2. In EC2, what is the component you will be connecting? If it is running only, you will be doing SSH. This is called internally the server. SSHD server. It is also one server. You said at EC2 also I will say one server. Apache also I will say one server. So server is something we will use interchangeably in different places and all. No? Good. So you are going with the here, and which port number you are entering here? 22 port number. 22 port number. Yeah. And then security group will be there. VPC will be there. Subnets will be there. That kind of concept, right? Good. Now let me say that. Yeah. Can you guys help me here? Just let me say that.
Point ALP. Terminal.
Here EC2, and then you are connected to the Apache or Nginx. Apache. Okay. Say that. Good. Any example?
Admin. Again, the same.
Yeah, I mean, no need to be the admin specific. You give whatever. Yeah, go ahead, admin.
Yeah.
Any login.
Sorry.
So any login page, you can say. It's like
Yeah, some more. Any examples? Cool. So let me put it like this. I'll take an example. Like when they ask, right, three-tier architecture, they'll be asking in the end user point of view. Oh, measure. Yeah, let's say that app running server, for example, app running user to request will go to the app running server. This app running server again will collect the some kind of it will store to the database. Or there is a chances, sir. Yeah, let me keep it like this. MS Paint. Okay, let me put it. Please, this is very important keywords. Market is running on this only majority, whatever you are saying, right? Let me put it like this: 3-tier, or you can say that n-tier.
Yeah, so that's my confusion. Actually, you guys are saying entire, right? 3-tier
Yeah,
is
yeah, end user. So whenever end user has an end user interacting, right, the request will go to the, you think, one app running server. It can be Apache, or it can be Nginx, or it can be application server, anything. It running apps running server. Now, obviously, there will be one layer, right? Behind. We will be using this guy now.
load.
Load balancer. Now, it will store some data. It has some databases. It is some database. Yeah, server, whatever. True. Now, what happens here is they store the some database. Now you see that, for example, you go to the Flipkart and then they store some data in the database. Parallelly, they will have interconnection to other applications as well. Yeah. Please listen it. Nowadays, all the applications they are running on this kind of model only. Now you say that this is some you can say that courier app, and then yeah, you can say that, yeah. So yeah, payment, for example, payment. Yeah. Now, parallel to the more, you can say that storage, the vendor, whoever saying, right, cell-based vendor app. Yeah. You see, right, nowadays, the, yes, three-tier architecture means like this kind of, you can say that three-tier architecture. Nowadays, along with the three-tier architecture, majority applications are running with this kind of flow. Courier, payment, vendor app, these are all. You can say that these are all you cannot access directly. You see, right? As an end user, you cannot access directly this application. These can be accessed via, these are only restricted to only for these guys only, as for the business guys. We will say high level view. This kind of applications you can interact with the APIs. You can say that API, all this they'll interact. So can you guys help me here? Here there is a one guy. You can say that ALB. With our understanding, right? This will be in which subnet? This will be this. This one. This one. This one. This one. Yeah. We had one naming convention, right? For this one. This is for
Yeah.
app subnet.
Yeah,
This is this is. These are all some outside companies. These are all outside companies. This is not for our VPC part. These are all our VPC part. You can think for now. These are all VPC. These are all some third party guys. You can think. These are all VPC. These are all outside. How they have exposed to for us is they'll give an URL. There will be some credentials will be there. Those URL credentials we will configure in our application. Whenever we do a transaction in the application, they will interconnect with these applications here. Okay. So what my objective was here from our VPC. Okay, now let me go straight away for this question. I'm trying to access from, this is why my VPC, my application is trying to access this one of this application on 443 port number, you think. This is accessing, let me put it here in the note as well. Running in VPC in the app subnet. Trying to access one API outside. Now it is not working. It is getting timeout. I have. They gave me the, you can say that they gave me the correct API credentials. This, the same, you can say that API testing tool, from our laptop, I told, right, one tool famous. Yeah. Same, it is working from my laptop, but it is failing in the VPC. What could be the problem? 1 second. Where is this guy? We had one thing. Let me open that. The famous one. If you yeah, let me put it here. From here, some third party company. Even this is the API. From here, I'm trying to access that API. So now it is not able to access, for example. What could be the problem? One of the problem. From here, from private, I'm accessing outside VPC, outside which is in internet. There is some issue was there. What component I can check to solve it?
NAT gateway.
Exactly. Please always look in the one is the, let me put it like here. It's not the whatever the problem I told, right? It is not the one line answer. There could be the multiple problem. We will come with that because this is the job. My company is trying to access some third party tool. From there, I'm getting some kind of issue. That is what my objective. Check the NAT gateway route table. Route table. Yeah. Now you remember NAT gateway what IP address they have? NAT gateway. When you're creating a NAT gateway, you will assign one IP address, right?
Elastic.
Yeah, very important. NAT gateway will have EIP, Elastic IP. So obviously, when you say Elastic IP, what IP address it will be?
Public.
Public IP address. Now, you think this is just keep that dot in your question mind. Now let me put it one more example. Okay, I'm trying to access Apache as an end user, which is running in my VPC, in our own VPC. I'm getting timeout on a 80 port number. What I need to allow for this? Yeah. Here, where I have to allow for this? In which component?
Security group.
Yeah, in the security group. Okay, tell me here, what is the inbound rule? Yeah, now you clear right with this. Now your application is trying to access, this is the application is trying to access one more API, right? In this case, you getting the clarity? Now I accessed it. Now I went through application here. Let me put it like this. As an end user, I went here, but again, my application to do that, I'm doing some kind of payment or something. My application is depending on other applications, which is outside of my total control. These people, what they are not ready to expose everything to outside. For example, these guys, they will have a very restrictive, only to specific people only to they'll allow. Okay. Now my request went into here. My application is trying to access to outside, right? Outside via which component it will go from my VPC?
NAT gateway.
NAT gateway will have what IP address?
Public IP.
Now let's say case 2. Okay. The outside company guys, application will not have a public IP, right? Application will have a okay. Let me put it like this. Okay, end user is going to again to EC2, for example, app running server. This app running server is sending the traffic to where? Again, to NAT gateway to this API. This API outside people. These guys have to whitelist one IP address, right? Which IP address they have to whitelist now?
Not gateway.
Please blindly remember this. This is the whatever we are going outside, right? It will go via NAT gateway IPs. So now third party people also they're the security company, but they don't want exposed to outside everything. They don't do that. We will be running this kind of business as well. So they'll ask this kind of IP addresses. Which company? Which IP address? Ours. Which IP address they will allow?
Public.
Public IP address. Let's say, for example, you will be working in this company now. For example, you leave this. So you will be working for this company. Now, some guy is trying to access your APIs now. You have to whitelist now their IP addresses. Now you need to ask them. You have to ask their architecture. That is what your job. Let's say you will be working in this API company, right? Now you need to ask them this kind of question. Hey, tell me you are running in which VPC? Do you have NAT gateways? Then you no need to ask anything question. Only the thing is, if they are accessing from private, you can ask them, please provide me the which IP addresses. NAT gateway. That's enough. If they're asking. Now, how do you test whether it is working or not? This API is working or not within this. How do you test? NS lookup will work obviously. Ping won't work in the cloud. Normally on the specific port number, telnet or ENC. Please use this specific port number. Ping in the cloud, they'll disable it. Some majority companies they'll disable it. Or NS lookup obviously will get the endpoint name because they have exposed to the public, right? You will get resolved it. No issues with this. Always use this host name colon the port number. Use this. If are able to reachable, they have whitelisted it. Otherwise, you will get the timeout error. Any thoughts, queries on this? If you are working in this company, you have to provide to them NAT gateway. If you are working in this company, you need to ask them NAT gateway. Then you have to whitelist in one of your maybe in the firewall, WAF, or in the security group. You have to whitelist. Otherwise, they'll get the timeout error. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Yeah. Let's say, for example, these people, right? Whatever these people API, right? They will be restricting with API gateway only. Yeah. Sure. Because they'll be using API gateway, sure. If they're doing this kind of business, right? I was showing this kind of business, right? This kind of business will be interacted with API gateway only. So the token and all, right? Whatever the token I told, na, the token, the credentials I was telling, right? To access payment, I cannot access as an outside. No other applications. They will have a token. That token will be valid against API gateway. Then only, sure, if they're doing like this business, there will be this layer. Where was that guy? This guy, sure, it will be there. API gateway will be there. I'll come on it, API gateway, but little early for us now. Because if you want to understand API gateway, you need to know more about applications. Good. So for your question, right? Sure, they'll be using API gateway. Yeah. Good. Now, so my objective here is whatever you are accessing within private, if you are accessing other applications, our traffic will go via one of the guy called NAT gateway. That is a very important thing you should be aware. Okay. So now, let me draw one more architecture. We are in a VPC. This is the public subnet. This is the database subnet. Then think here is the this is the public. Here is the app. Here is the database for now. This is the VPC, complete VPC. I'm sorry. So apps here multiple EC2 machines will be running. There are subnets will be there, multiple EC2 machines are running. We will not run many databases, depends upon application, but lesser databases you think it. I will have a load balancer. You think it, for example. I will load balancer. On which port number from which port number load balancer is trying to connect to the application? Think it is Apache. 80. As an end user, on which port number I'll be going to the load balancer? 80. Now, I'll not say that load balancer are easy to mission. Let me go high level. From public subnet to application subnet, on which port number I'm entering?
22.
From public, yeah, one is the 22, that is for admin, one more. You getting my question? Here, from one subnet to another subnet, on which port number I am entering? Yeah, exactly. And admin wise on which port number? 20. Sorry, admin wise
20.
port number, application wise is 80. Now you think it. Here also some port numbers will be there. It depends upon the database. Okay, cool. Here, from where to where we were communicating here? Net to another subnet where? Internally, port to port. Port to port you are communicating, obviously. Okay. So some projects, right? Some real-time projects, they will have a very more security. They'll have a very good security. Security group will be there, sure. But there is a one guy called which will secure at subnet level. This total. I wanted to restrict here from here to here. This guy, I don't want to expose these guys to anyone. I don't want to expose. Only I want who is accessing database here? Which subnet is accessing here?
Private.
Which is called which app subnet, right? Now,
Yeah.
which subnet is accessing app subnet here? Database or app public subnet?
Public.
Now I wanted to restrict subnet level. Security group will restrict EC2 missions, load balancers thing, right? Now I wanted to restrict at subnet level. There is a guy called NACL. NACL. Network Access Control List. NACL. Here also one NACL will come. NACL will come. Network Access Control List. So now you know, right? Security group they'll ask you one of the blind question. This is the one. Blind question. Straight away they'll go for this. Difference between security group and NACL. I don't write NACL specifically for security groups. NACL is not for, we can't attach NACL to EC2 mission. It will be attached to which component eventually? Subnets. Now with that, you know, right? Tell me some thoughts here. You know already. Security group.
EC2.
EC2, one more component you attached, no? One more, what was that?
Load balance.
Load balancer.
Yeah, load balancers, yeah. And in the security group, we will have a specifically which rules? Majority times we touch the inbound rule, and we will touch the outbound also, but we don't get that kind of very restrictive. And it will have what kind of rule? Only allow.
Allow.
When you go for NaCl,
Hello.
Allow on any.
it will be attached to which component?
Subnet.
Security.
Subnets.
Subnet security.
And here we will be touching both. Inbound, you have to touch outbound. If you create NaCl, if you allow inbound rule, that is not enough. Like I'll tell you. Now your packet went into IGW to the private. What is the exit component? Your packet is going via which component? Out of VPC. What is that component?
IGW.
And NAT gateway, right? Same way, if you NAT gateway, your packet will go, but you cannot exit, right? Same way, if you touch inbound, you need to touch outbound also. Okay, that is very important. In NaCl, if you create NaCl, when you're creating NaCl, if you are touching it, mandatory you have to update this as well. Now, and one more, it has a very good this guy. Allow, and one more is the
Any.
deny. So NaCl, not for EC2. If you're touching subnet, obviously that internally, who will be using this? Obviously, load balancers, all they'll use it. But high level view, this is my answer. But they'll concentrate on this one more. This is called stateless. This they'll say that stateful. What does this mean? Stateless means if you touch inbound, like you can say that you allowed the inbound, but you need to specify that how to say that as well. But in the security group, right, you don't need to specify. It knows it. What is the inbound? By default, we have allowed the outbound also, right? So that is what it will say that. I'll come with very clearly. For now, you can say that this is the stateful. This is called stateless. What does that mean? Stateless. If you allow inbound is not enough, you have to allow the outbound also. Then only it will become the stateful. Stateful. So you are touching both. That's what we will say that stateless means it doesn't know what to allow, what not to allow. So we will make that stateless into the stateful. That is. So let me go. When you create a VPC, right, why do we need to have an NaCl? Tell me here. By seeing this image, I'm telling it. Why do we need NaCl?
To restrict.
Protect
To
subnet.
restrict. Yeah. Yeah. So one of the more is the restrict. One more is the security. If you don't have these NaCls, right, there is a chances of damn sure one day, the other day, or someday there will be attack will happen. So you will be searching here, hey, which port I have to block, which port I need to block, something and all. If you have very good NaCl, you are very confident. If attack happened, they came via this route somewhere. They came via, because you restricted this one. Now end user is coming via application. The attacker came to application, from there they're controlling it. You are very clear in this, right? So why do we need to go for NaCls? One is the best thing was security, and you should have a very clearer the architecture layer something. If attack happens, you will have very good formula. This is how they enter into that. You will have it. Cool. So let me go. When you create a VPC, right, by default, you will have a one NaCl. It will come. Let me show you that. NaCl is more than security group layer. Security group individual EC2 missions. NaCls are at subnet level. Yeah. NaCl is called another firewall. It's a firewall only. Let me go for VPC. You see here? Can you see here? When you create a VPC, default you got one thing, right? So default you will get one NaCl. So this NaCl, there itself it's saying, right, NaCl associated to whom here internally? Subnets. Now you see here, because you are able to connect to the EC2, you are able to go through the load balancer because of these rules only. What will they allowed here? All traffic. Now here you see, right, internet outbound. Security groups are okay. Now more restrictive you can do at this layer level. This layer level. Now let me create one. First, let me go for this guy. I'll touch it. Let's touch our guys. The basic guys. Please, the one of the most important interview questions they'll ask you this: security group and the NaCl differences. I have started my application, the Bastion as well. How can I do? Okay. So how can I say that my application is in this EC2 in which subnet thing, in which VPC? How can I check here? These are the basic questions we will get in our regular job. How can I say that my EC2 machine in which VPC? Click on this. Yeah, here. This you can say that this is the VPC. And if you go little, by seeing this application, you can come to know. So sorry, by seeing this, come to know that in which subnet it is in. By seeing this, you can come to know. This EC2 in which subnet, by seeing this, you can tell immediately.
Private sub.
Private
App.
sub. Private. Yeah, that app and all that is latter, but it is in private subnet. Then you can figure out here. This is the subnet. Subnet is part of this VPC. Please, I'm telling it, these are the regular, our job, we will go through one day, the other day. Someone will come, hey, in which VPC? I'm unable to connect. These are the basic checks you have to go. Cool. Now, let me go here. My job is to this. For now. Connect to Bastion, connect to application as an end user and then here. Okay. So, you know, right? This guy. Okay. Git bash. Downloads. SSH. Then go a little right. You can see somewhere. No? Somewhere you can see. Now, simple. Easy to use it. Yeah. Please help me immediately. You have to tell that what I have to check. Yeah, immediately you can run no? One more option, no? Debug mode. So port number 22. I'm trying to connect. This is the, please tell me here. Yeah. So admin is trying to connect to the EC2. Internally, what server you are connecting? SS server. And which port number? Tell me here. What is the server port? Server port here. Let me put it like this. Okay. Destination. And then the source. Okay. Cool. Destination IP address. What is the destination IP address here? This is the right. No, paste. What is the destination port number? Yeah, 22. Now you are telling, right, something we need to allow now here. Yeah, let's go here. How can I check my laptop IP address? Public address.
What's my IP?
Yeah, what's my IP? In the command line, I think it won't show the pub. Yeah. No, it won't show the public IP. Now my IP address, this thing, right? Help me here. Why I'm unable to SSH now? What I need to do? Security
MI1.
here. Earlier, some IP address was there. Earlier, one IP address. Now, now it is 215 something. Okay, let's go. Now you know, right? /32 means you know the how many IPs?
One.
One IP.
Yeah. Now let's see. Delete this one. Yeah, it said that. Now let's go back again. So always I went to the EC2 mission. I found the security group. Then I have allowed it. Now let's do back again. Yeah. Now it says something, right? Cool. So I'm able to go. Where is this EC2 mission running? In which VPC? Default VPC. I'll come on this. I'll ask few of the questions. Okay. Default or our own custom VPC?
Default.
Not default, the VPC. Yeah.
Public subnet.
Public subnet. So when you are hitting this VPC, this public subnet is associated to whom internally? One route table, right? Obviously, which guy? Obviously, IGW, and then you have it. Let me go like this. No, 1 second. Now, where was this guy? Yeah. So from EC2 also I can go. So if you are able to connect to this EC2 mission, please observe now. You are going via route table. That where is this guy? Go for networking here. Go for subnets here. Click on subnets. You have to check all these some basic things. Whenever some issue was something. Cool. Now you see here one more guy is there. Network ACL has to be correct, and then route table. So now packet, whenever packet enters, right? First packet will go to the internet gateway. Public IP, while searching the public IP, it will go to the internet gateway. You see, right, route table. Now 00 to where it is entering first. Internet. This internet gateway internally it will goes to the internet gateway. Again, it will evaluate here. It will evaluate here whether you see, right, port number is allowed or not. Now, on which port number I am entering here? No. Here.
22.
So here, all ports allowed, right? All protocols, everything is allowed. Now the NACL has been satisfied. In NACL, we will have two rules. One is the inbound rule, and one more is what is the rule? Outbound. Now, let me put it like this. Packet came from outside. This is the guy. 00 from internet it came. It went into the which guy first? IGW. And parallel what it is going through that evaluate. NACL.
Network.
In the NACL, it is everything is allowed. Now it will touch the EC2 mission. That is how the packet. If any one of these break, IGW has been broken, or NACL has some rule restriction, you cannot connect to the next. Who will come after NACL? Who will come? One more guy, security guy. Who will come?
Load balancer.
Yeah, load balance. I mean to say here in this EC2 mission point of view.
Security group.
Exactly, security group. Let me put it like this. Packet, internet packet. Now it is going to the IGW. Obviously, this is at which level? You can say that. IGW. Then IGW associated along with that, what will evaluate? NACL. Then NACL before what will be there? Security group. Receipt. Here you have to satisfy all this. Now for now, okay. So you know right here. So NACL is applied at which level side? Which side? Subnet level now. So for now, for demo purpose, let me go here. IGW. It was this guy. Internet gateway. Yeah. This is the IGW has been attached to the VPC. For now, for demo purpose, right? Observe here.
Action.
For now, detach. As some mapped above. Okay, here we used to get it. Let's see what it is saying. There is a one IP address is been. Okay, let me for now. You can stop. No. If I stop, I cannot show the demo also. That's okay. So how can I make this loop? Yeah, let's go and then do it here. You know already. Somewhere I need to make a block hole where I can make a block hole. Yeah, I'll come on it. Not routable, NACL. Yeah. For now, here, observe here. I wanted to show that the packet is going via IGW. That is what my objective. Edit route. For now, remove. Save changes. So I have deleted this rule. I am unable to detach it because somewhere it is saying the public IP. If I stop EC2 mission, you cannot connect also. So what I did, alternative was I deleted that route, this flow. This one I deleted this here, this section. Now, when I'm trying to go connect to EC2 mission, the theory was every packet will go to VPC via one guy. What is that guy? We did this demo, NAT gateway demo we did. The wget I was trying that it was not able to download this. This ingress I'm touching it. Okay. Now let's go. See. Now I cannot run a command also for now. Think that session has been timed out. Now let me I'll take a new tab. So before you know this kind of flow rate, let's say for example, you know basics of cloud now. So what is the first one you will say? Timeout error. Where do we allow now? Like you know the previous, right? Where do you guys were saying it? Number timeout was happening where we were checking previously. Yeah, in which component level?
Security groups.
Security group. Now you know, right? Somewhere. Now security group is correct. Now where you need to check, this is the one more.
NACL.
NACL.
No.
Subnet level.
Route tables.
Route table. So what I was telling it, if you want to enter into the VPC, what is the first guy we will be going through was this guy. This is the guy. So you take any internet into this VPC, the packet if you want to send, either it is load balancer. Now let me try the application also. Applications are private subnet. Private subnets, if you want to access EC2 missions outside applications, we will create a load balancer in the public subnet. With that, we will access. Let's try this as well. Yeah. Now let me go here. Where was that? Some name will be there. DNS. Let's see this guy. Application is running. App is running. So you think that you have a boat now, you left that boat in the ocean. The connectivity bridge is nothing but the IGW guy. So to make it work, let's see. Now go for here the route table. Get route table. Add rule. 0. Public router I am assigning it, internet gateway.
Internet gate.
Yeah,
Save change.
wait for some time. Now you are getting at least error, right? Now at least you are getting what is that error? 502. Otherwise, what could have been error for you? If IGW was not there, what could be the error for you? Here,
No.
timeout will come. Timeout.
504.
Now
Wait,
let's see. Now let's see back again. So you now know one thing. If you want to connect to the packet from outside to VPC, via the traffic will go one guy. What is the important guy?
IGW.
IGW. That is the route table. Cool. Now coming back to, so IGW is in the route table. On the route table, we have a subnets. Along with that, now subnet. I'll take one of the subnet, any one subnet. So here you see, right, how many this route table you are very clear, and then now one more rule will get evaluated here, NACL also. Now everything is allowed here. How many subnets we have in our VPC total?
9.
9 subnet, right? When you create a VPC, it's your choice. It's your choice. How many NACLs we need to go? It's your choice. But as for this design, right? How many NACLs we need total here?
2.
One is for this also, here also one. This total. Total how many NACLs we need? 3. 3 NACLs. Can I go with one? Right now, how many NACLs are there currently? It's your choice. Can I go with one NACL? I don't want to go with my NACL concept at all. It's your choice. But if you want to restrict more security, then people will prefer it. Best was go with NACL. Some people have seen the projects, they'll not touch it. They'll leave that. One day, the other day, if they get some problem, they'll be here and there, they'll be searching something problem. It's your choice. But if you have, yeah.
NACL is chargeable?
Sorry?
Chargeable, sir, I'm asking.
No, I think no. NACL, no. They don't charge. Only what I know is they'll charge in the network is the out network out. NAT gateway wala. Cool. So NACLs, how many NACLs? Can I go with the 2 NACLs? It's your choice. But as for the design, right? Right now, how many NACLs are there here total? As for this design, I will be going with the 3 NACLs. Let me put it like this. Go for network ACLs. Create NACL. Name it public. That's okay. You see, right? NACL, I'm attaching here. I don't have any subnets now. Let me create one more. This is more very like, we will not know how the packet is going. Before that, we need some basics. I'll touch that. Data in ACL. Yeah. Now let's associate them one by one. Obviously, the name itself says which subnets will go here. Let me remove find and then edit. The name itself is saying it. Public. Yeah. Save changes. Now one more. The 3. You see, right? It reduced now there. The app. I'll be assigning it. Please, until you mature very well in the VPC, don't go for NACL concept. Familiarize once VPC concept, then touch it NACL. Immediately when you're getting VPC, don't go for these concepts. I would recommend initial days. Now, one more the way. So we are good now. So now let's go back again. I'll try SSH connectivity. I'll close this tab. I cannot run any command here because my session something. Let's access the page now again. I'll be two roles I'm playing. One is the admin role, one more is the end user role. So let me go back again to the terminal. Go ahead. So request is going via first IGW. IGW, and then the route table. It will go IGW will have a route table will have a what which guys again here. Subnets again will have internally which guys here. Yes. Now let's see what is this page. You see now. Now you see right the theory of ours previously. Whenever we were getting timeout previously, where we were checking the one guy immediately we were checking right.
Security group.
SG.
Now you know what some more layers IGW. Now one more which guy
NACL.
NACL.
Route table.
NACL. Now let's go back. So on which port? So when you're touching NACL, right? Always we need to know two things I was telling. Inbound and outbound. NACLs are stateless. NACLs are subnet level, and NACLs are port number. We were coming, right? I was telling when I started the session, I was asking on which port number to which port number you are coming. Now let's say as an end user, on which port number you are trying to enter here?
80.
80.
Okay.
So you see right timeout now. As an admin, on which port number I'm trying?
22.
So what is the destination port is 22. Destination, you remember. Very important. Here, what is the destination port number here?
22.
No, here.
Yeah, okay.
Now let's go.
Right.
Let's go to the first. I'll take the admin. In which subnet this mission is running?
Public.
Public.
This
Public.
public. Now let's go for that subnet. I'll see that NACL rule. Go for this subnets. Can I create one individual one subnet level one NACL? It's your choice, but that's because all are category, right? That is a good to go. 3 subnets. Go for one subnet. If you touch one subnet NACL, it will apply here. Now here is the NACL. Name itself, edit. Here you see, right?
Deny.
And one more also, no? Let's go. The name itself, public NACL. I'll go here directly. Select this guy. Deny. Now, inbound rule, everything is deny by default. Let's allow something. And which port number we are coming from outside?
22.
Add a new rule.
Right.
Say that what I remember is the rules will go with 100 or something. I'll go with my environment 1, what I remember. So I'll put the rule 1 also, you can say 10 also, you can say thing. In my environment, we were going with this order for now. Let's say that. On which port number we were trying? Before that, okay. I went into the NACL. I'm touching inbound rule, okay. And which port number I'm entering from outside as an admin?
Yeah,
80.
22.
22. Add new rule. Put the rule 100. Say that TCP, all TCP, SSH. Yeah. Here we will specify our company IP addresses if we want to restrict more. We will specify our own IP address also. You can specify. With that, it will allow 2 company IP addresses only. Can I have more inbound rules? Yes, you can have it. More IPs also you can have it. Cool. /32. You see here, 2 rules are there. Do we have circuit group like this?
No.
No.
No, you can block, right? Specific IP addresses you can block. No. Say changes. Cool. So packet, oh my God. Do we need to allow 2 IPv4 also? Let me see. Is there IPv4? 1 second. Yeah. Now I think. Okay, 1 second. I'll take the other way around. What I was thinking was it is only for TCP, IPv6 only. Let me remove. IP, just cancel it. Sorry. Inbound rule. Edit inbound rule. Remove this. Add new rule. Say that the custom TCP. Oh, by default TCP6 is taken. Don't care about that. Okay, 22/32. Rule number 100. And then I'll save changes. Yeah, that's okay. Both are same. Cool. So now, as for your this thing, the security group theory, we were allowing the inbound rule only, right? Now let's try back again. Inbound rule correct or not? As per this,
Correct only, sir.
this is you are coming 22 and then you allowed correct. So theory right behind what happened is it accepted the connectivity. Behind what could have been happened is request went actually. Request went through that IGW. Request passed also via the NACL also. Request went into the EC2 mission also. But while EC2 accepted it, while it is giving the response right, somewhere it is blocking it. Now let's go back
Outbound
here.
rules. Outbound rule.
So what I say that, for example, it went here while giving the response right. Here it is blocking. Sorry, not here. Here is your EC2. You connected to this mission, it passed inbound rule. It passed the inbound rule here. While giving the response, right? While giving the response, it is blocking. Second group is allowed, outbound is allowed by default. While giving the response, right, it is blocking at which level? Which layer level is blocking? NACL. Now let's go back. Edit outbound rule. Now tell me what I need to know here. Same. Undo. Outbound. Okay, let me put it like this now. Wait for some time. Take a new tab. Take a new tab. New tab. Please observe, this is a very important guide. Very, very important guide. This is the core fundamental one. I mean, you may get the other topics here. Try it. Wait for some time. And in your laptop, no, try like this. Netstat -ANLP. Yeah, netstat. ANLP is not that. In your Windows machine only, okay? Netstat -AN. Yeah, AN. Grep. What is the IP address I'm grepping? Let me take another. In your Windows laptop, right? Run this command. Take a new tab. Grep this guy. Yeah. Now put this command watch -N1 like this. Watch is ignore it, man. Watch is for like continuously it will watch for every 1 second. Watch it. Yeah, this is working. Take a new two sessions like this. Run it back again. Go back again. Before timeout, right? Run this. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Before timeout, right? Run again this command. Whose IP address this one? No.
EC2 IP
On which port number you are trying connectivity?
22.
So from your laptop, this is your laptop. Please, this is one of the important one. Observe here. Yeah, cool. In this, tell me. I was telling the previously source port. I'll say that. Source.
55478.
Now tell me. Who to from my laptop? I'm connected to the destination. What is the destination IP? This one. Destination port number
22.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Port number 22.
22.
22. So from your laptop, you are connecting, right? This is
Yes.
your laptop IP address. You think
192.
that public IP also? What is my public IP? What is okay? So what is your I'm sorry. What is your port number here? What is the port number?
478.
47, right? Now observe again, okay? By the time what happened here? By the time what happened now? Observe now. Please observe. This is very important. Observe. CLS. Now, let me put it here. Client. Client have a IP address. And then I have a one port also. Server. IP, you know that is 13.x something. Port also you know, right? 22. Now, you are able to connect to here this port. This port is giving response also. Okay, this port 22 port is giving. To who? To which port number it is giving the response here?
55.
55478, right? Some port number.
Yes, sir.
So now let's try back again. I'll do again SSH. Observe by the time. Again, I'll do one more command to know on which port number I'm coming. It is changed, right? So this is your client. This is your server. Client port is changing or not? So on which port number?
Twenty-two.
Now here is.
Sir, it's changing the ports, right?
Exactly. Always remember, you don't have control on this port number. These port numbers are ephemeral port numbers. They'll ask you, what is ephemeral port number? If I get the same question, I'll say that those are called client port numbers. And we don't have control. Majorly, ephemeral port numbers will be like this range only. 10242 within like 65K range. They'll be within this range. They'll not be 22, they'll not be 80 something, they'll be within this range. They'll change. Any queries, questions you want to ask? Yeah, now, yeah, that will come. That will come. Now you tell me here, outbound, right? Outbound means from here, outbound is to this guy. Now, let's say, for example, you think you have a static port number, for example, in your laptop. For example, you think now which port number you need to allow here in the outbound? This port number only, right? Now. Now you don't have control, right? For that, what we do now, we will specify like this range you can specify. 10242. What is the max number? I forgot. Max. Range. This is the one we will specify. You can specify like this. Destination internet you can have. Same. Now, why you have allowed here 1024 port numbers? Whose port numbers dynamically change? Client or the server?
Client have.
Client, right? You don't have control on which port number they are coming.
Yeah, for now.
Someone switch on the video. Okay. So for me, important is you should know that client port numbers will change. Client only don't think your laptop. Now let me go here. Let me make one more confusion. As an admin, you are connected to the Bastion, right? Now Bastion you are connected to the app server, Apache. Another EC2, which is in the private. Here is the client to this guy. Now you are connected from Bastion to here, right? Here, who is the client in between this? Who is client now here? Bastion, right? That's what. So client keyword will change interchangeably from one place to another place. Just keep that thought, okay? Cool. Now let's try back again. You see now what happened? Now you can restrict, right? Something. So at subnet level, you can restrict more. So now can I connect from I want to connect to the app EC2 mission now. Tell me, how can I connect? Let's pause it here. So my objective was next. Western, this is what the lab we did. Lab another. Next, my objective was connect from Bastion to app server. So the funda here is the NACL. Okay, cool. That is what my objective. Cool. So yeah. So let's pass it here. You check on these keywords how the flow will work. So you know, right, the funda earlier, if we get timeout wave, we were checking blindly. HG. Now where you need to check? One more, NACLs. Why do we need all these things? For more security things. Obviously, IGW you need to enter into the VPC, but why do we need NACL? To restrict to which subnet we will be going there and all. Cool. Tomorrow you will see little interesting one here. We will not be allowed to the internet and all. So that we will see tomorrow. Okay. So let me put the review keywords here. Please tell me what you will learn today.
Sorry, see, when multiple clients are connected to the same server, right? So port using different ephemeral port numbers.
Yeah.
How does this server differentiate between them?
So let me put it here. Can you tell me question? What was the question?
I'm trying to ask you, sir, on the server side, like, what happens if multiple clients connected to the same server port using different ephemeral port numbers?
Yeah,
How
let's
does
say for example, you are the admin 1, and then the admin 2, and then the admin 3, for example. Okay. Now you will be coming some 50x series, 5x. You think here is the some 4x guy, and then here is the 3x guy. Yeah. Now, what was that? Now you are connected to the 22 port number. Only here also 22 port number.
Okay.
Yeah, here also 22 port number. Now, what was that question?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
on the server side, sir,
Hmm.
what happens if multiple clients connect to the same server port using different ephemeral port numbers?
Yeah.
How does the server differentiate between them?
How does the server differentiate them? Yeah, obviously the ephemeral. Yeah. So you are asking behind how the internal process, how it will answer, like
Yes, sir.
yeah. Behind what happens here is it will open one file, or I mean, what is that thing? You can think some limits. You can think internally it will open a one on that port number. It will open one file descriptor. You can say that it will open one file descriptor for that user. Every user, it will for every thread or something, you can say that internally it will open one file descriptor. You can say that. Yeah. Behind, if you ask me more, yeah. Yeah. This file descriptor is for that client something it will map. Yeah, internally you can see. Yeah. So there are a lot. I mean to say more detail, but if you want me to, if you say that for every client it will open internal one file descriptor, you can say that one file will open. One port number by default you can connect 1024 threads only. If you try to connect more than 1024 people, right, it won't allow this port number. You have to change that limits.
Okay.
There will be some soft limit. There will be hard limit. By default, one port will open number of connections by default. the nature of OS, any OS, they'll decide it 1024. So if you want more, some 65K, some range, we will change. We'll change it. No, by default, in a OS, right? By default, 1024 only connections can accept it. I mean to say 1024 file descriptor only can open by default. If you want, you can change this limit. This thing. Yeah, Prajita Bhavana, please message me in person, Bhavana. I'll reach out to you guys. Yeah. So if you want anyone tomorrow onwards, you can join in the offline. We are opening the offline as well. So parallel, it will happen in the online as well. Chalo, please. Thank you.
Record.